2 things you can do without a camera that will make you a better photographer. Good morning everyone, welcome to the beautiful island of Padar in the Komodo National Park here in Flores in Indonesia. This is absolutely an incredible place. I'm super excited to share that episode here with you and talk about those points. So when you're a photographer and you try to train, you don't always have your camera with you. You should, but that's not always the case. So with that in mind, there are 2 things in my opinion that can really make you think differently when you take pictures afterwards. Those 2 things are fairly simple. Don't need a camera for that one, because for the simple reason that it's all about your eye. It's about how you perceive the light, and this will change everything in the photos you take. To me, it is very important because when you're gonna take your shot, you wanna understand if you wanna focus on the highlights or the shadow, which part you want to highlight. And also, depending on how the light hits your subject, you're gonna have different ambience. You see, when you have those shadows hitting the mountains, it actually creates a very dramatic effect. If you have the whole thing that is covered with light, different effect. So it comes down to what can you do as a photographer to actually understand better the light and see it. Well, my advice is wherever you are, whenever you go, always use your hand. Oh, I put my hand in a fan, that was a bad idea. Always look at your hand and how the light hits it. You see the different shadows, you see how the light hits it, how it reflects. On different surfaces, you should train your eyes to always look at that. And that is going to make a huge difference, because seeing how the light hits will help you imagine a picture and capture it, even if you don't have a camera. And that is the beauty about it. Really train your eye to see the light differently, to understand, are you trying to create a moody portrait of someone in the metro, or are you trying to create a moody portrait of a landscape, or are you trying to get something very airy with the soft lights? It's very important for you to understand and look at every object differently. Even if it's just a leaf, you look at it, how the light goes through. If you look at it like that, it's kind of transparent. If you look at like that, it's different. And now the cloud is going, you see my face is changing. That is something you want to be paying attention to all the time. That is super duper important. It's fun to do, you can do it anywhere, anytime. People might look at you weird when you're doing like that in the street, but it's super important. And also remember, you can use any source of light, meaning if it's the sun hitting another surface, reflecting on you, well, then you can check how the light hits you. You know, is it soft light or is it still hard light? Those things are really important for you to train your eye. So now what is the second fun thing you can do without a camera? Well, guys, get ready for it. It's going to be also training your eye, but to see something differently, and that's going to be composition. Okay, composition is fairly simple, and I just want to break it down to one thing only today, that's just going to make everything better. It's about making your subject stick out of the frame. You see my friend Michael over there in the background? The goal, if you're taking a picture of him, is going to make him stick out of the background. It's already pretty well done, because you see he's on the mountain, and the mountain is way closer than the background. Now also, as a photographer, your role is to move around to get the best shot possible. So if Michael is standing over here, my goal is going to be as low as possible, because I want him to be on that, you see that patch of blue over there? I want him to be on that patch of blue. And that's super important. He's gonna stick out massively. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So let's go get that shot. The first thing I did is imagine the shot in my head. I told you I want him to stick out of the background. I didn't like that part because simply you have the platform over there here that I think is not the best. I'm gonna have him go over here. And what happened is I actually saw that shot in my head before he got there. And that's what I suggest you train on, is seeing shots, seeing how you could place people on that shot or a subject to make it look awesome. And that's gonna make a huge difference. So let me just grab Michael's pictures because he's gonna get impatient. All right, so right now is a great example of not being able to put him out of the frame. So imagine the shot, but if you look right now, I'm on the edge of the cliff and I can't get it. So I managed to get it in my head, but I'm not able to get it in video. So I might move again. See right now, Michael's right here. He's sticking out almost completely. I'm not able to get better because I'm gonna fall in the cliff. So that's gonna be as good as this one is gonna get, but I think it's pretty cool. You guys can judge it. This is basically where I was standing for the picture, and this is what you have to do in your head. You just have to imagine the frame and where you want to put people. You don't need a camera for that, and that is the great part. Guys, it is so hot, you have no clue. It's like crazy hot right now. It's insane.
Yo, Pierre, real quick. Need a thumbnail for the video.
It's okay, we got it. We got the thumbnail for his video. You guys can check out this channel. With that being said, this is what I wanted to share with you, because those tricks are actually going to change everything in your photography, in my opinion. And this is something you can do at home, you can do while you're cooking, you can do when you're in your toilets, you can do on the metro, you can do that everywhere. Michael, you gonna do it?
Every day.
See, every day, all day long. Another example of how my mind works after training like that is, you see that little spike here, that little peak? Look at it, think, let me know in the comments, what would you do with it? I'm gonna share the picture on Instagram, so make sure you go check it out and let me know in the comments what you think of it. I'm super excited to share those tips with you. They help me so much in my photography. I just hope they can help you as much. We're going down right now. Our boat is going to leave without us. I think they're a bit annoyed because we're super slow. We take pictures everywhere. So remember, number one, learn to read the light without a camera. Look at your hands, look at the people, how they get that light. Is it being reflected? Is it not being reflected? How is it being diffused? What kind of mood can you create? Number two, compose your shot in your head, meaning get that guy to stick out of the background, you know? You want him to stick, like, look, this guy is sticking out of the background right now. It's pretty cool. You know, you want him on a different background than where he's standing, for example. That's a simple trick and that really helps. So do that in your head and that's gonna be amazing. Now guys, if you like that video, make sure you leave it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment below to let me know if it helped or not. And remember, the channel is all about photography. So make sure you tune in for the next episode. And it's super windy, so bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you in the next episode, guys. Bye.